Giant Dance Party by Betsy Bird, illustrated by Brandon Dorman.
I quit ballet.
One day, Lexi decided that when it came to dancing, she was done. "What about swing?" asked her mom. Lexi held up her sign.
I quit ballet and tap and jazz and tango and Scottish Highland dancing.
Her parents couldn't understand it.
But Lexi, you love to dance, said Mom.
You live to dance, added Dad.
I do love dancing, Lexi admitted, but I'm done.
Her parents exchanged a look. They knew why. Those recitals. Lexi loved dancing at home, you see. She loved dancing with her friends. What she did not love was dancing in a show. When the curtains opened, Lexi would step onto the stage, desperately wanting to dance. But all those eyes in the audience would look right at her, and she would forget to breathe. Then she'd freeze like an ice pop and never dance a step. Not one, not ever. So she tried hypnotism. She tried pretending Moore and Carol and Ann were people. She practiced for her parents every night while they tried to watch TV. And every time she was sure her stage fright was gone, along came another recital and blammo, ice pop. Then it hit her, the perfect plan.
I know. I'll be a dance teacher, she cried.
Oh, the minute she said it, she knew it was a great idea. Teachers never have to perform. No stages, no shows, no audience, no ice pops. Just dancing all day, every day. Lexi got busy. On Monday, she made posters and taped them on all the telephone poles in her neighborhood. Then she went home and waited for her students to start lining up. Nobody came. On Tuesday, she pushed all the furniture in the living room out of the way. Nobody came. On Wednesday, she blasted Snap Happy Mambo music from the porch. Nobody came. On Thursday, she stared out the window for 5 hours without so much as a blink. Nobody came. On Friday, she gave up.
No one wants to learn from a kid, she thought gloomily, especially not a kid who's afraid of dancing in front of an audience. I quit!
And this time she screamed it. Then, on Saturday, somebody came. Now let's be clear about one thing. Giants? Yeah, they don't dance. They stumble and they stomp and they stretch and scratch. But that's not exactly dancing. That's why it was so weird when 5 of them showed up at Lexi's house on Saturday morning and bellowed, "Dance lessons, please!"
"Go away,"
she replied. She couldn't teach giants. They were too big and furry and blue. She made little shooing motions with her hands.
"Go away!"
The giants didn't move.
I quit yesterday,"
she tried. The giants folded their arms, crossed their legs, and sat down. They stuck out their lower lips. Birds perched on them.
"Why do you want to learn to dance anyway?" she eventually said.
"We love to dance," said the biggest one.
"We live to dance," agreed the others. "But nobody will teach us how to dance,"
said one of the smaller giants. A giant stuck Lexi's poster under her nose and gave her a little smile. Lexi blinked. She looked down at her poster. It did say she would teach anyone.
"Well, okay," she said quietly,
though honestly, she didn't know where to start. The giants didn't notice. They just gave one another high fives and bounced with glee. The next part wasn't easy. The giants weren't kidding when they said they didn't know how to dance, but Lexi turned out to be a good teacher. She showed the giants how stumbles were steps, stomps were taps, and stretches could turn into cool disco moves. She even demonstrated how scratches could morph into jazz hands. Next, she gave each giant a dance to work on. Gully, Irish step dancing. Nisha, the twist. McDuff, interpretive dance. Molina, crumping. Polly, the chicken dance. They practiced, they studied, then they practiced some more. Then they pranced and spun and leaped and twirled. Before long, they were ready. It was time to show the world. It was time for a giant dance recital. Lexi and Polly and Molina and McDuff and Nisha and Gully got busy. They worked on costumes, selected their music, and taped posters all over town. Everyone planned to come. Giants dancing? Seriously? Who would miss that? When the big night arrived, Lexi felt the familiar butterflies in her stomach. At least she wouldn't have to dance. Instead, she gave her giants a big smile, patted them on the heels, and said, "You can do it!" You could hear their knees knock as they stepped onto the stage. Uh-oh. The music started. The audience waited. Not a single giant moved. Not one. They just stood there like gigantic furry blue ice pops. Question: how do you warm up frozen giants? Answer: you dance. Lexi didn't think, she danced. She leaped onto the stage and did can-cans and pirouettes, a break-dancing spin, an electric slide, and a shuffle off to Buffalo. McDuff was the first to see her leaping, so he swayed just a little. McDuff moved to his own beat. Nisha noticed next. She tapped a toe and twisted herself into circles. Polly's chicken dance was elegant and refined. The music picked up. The giants got bouncier and bouncier. Gully's toes pounded the stage till it shook. Molina moved so fast, it was like watching fur fly. And the audience laughed and cheered and threw bouquets of flowers. What a show! What a performance! What a giant dance party! The giants took their bows with pride, and as they drew Lexi out for a final encore, she beamed. Her fears were long gone. She may not have been a giant, but boy, did she feel big. Of course, that didn't mean she wasn't still scared of other things. Reading aloud in class was tough. Playing sports was agony. And as for singing...